purchase today. Son.
Thank you. Have a good night. Thanks.
You want your seat?
I'm good, thanks. Mary, you suck.
Bro, I freaking need chapstick. Get out of my life, dude. Okay, can we do a haul?
Oh.
It's too true.
So, it's now 11 o'clock.
Oh my gosh.
And we decided to make a get those off your face. We decided to make a Sonic run. Mary, what did you get?
You're gonna pee your bed. You're gonna not go to sleep.
Yeah, so she
Okay, so I got a strawberry limeade in
the biggest size they have.
which is called a Route 44.
this is something new. I'm actually kind of nervous about
I'm
it.
hype is what I am.
This is the cherry limeade Red Bull slushie, and I'm kind of nervous. Okay, because can I say something? This might spark controversy. Actually, I don't really enjoy the taste of Red Bull, but I like how it keeps me up.
I know.
Okay, so for pleasure, I wouldn't drink Red Bull. It's only if I need to do something.
But it also is like part of your brand, so like you had to get it, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It was literally, we were just sitting here like for 10 minutes waiting for like the server to like actually answer our call. And it's playing right now. And there's a Red Bull promo on the screen.
It's not oh my gosh, I don't like this.
It's not terrible. I needed content for tomorrow. So I called Mary, and
Last resort. What is our topic again? Relationships.
we're talking about relationships. Oh my gosh, that goes with my freaking thing. Stop, full circle. So this is something I made today in therapy. I made a
That's upside down.
This is a vision board. So basically it has like, I just went through some magazines and I stuck them on a piece of paper and like stuff that I enjoy doing. Like, so like editing. This is an art museum in Richmond I like going to. Mary, freaking stop. Ballet, even though it freaking ruined my life.
Stop, you can't keep that in.
I don't know. Can I keep that in? Traveling, decor, Liz Libby Hill, Lovely Hill, love. That doesn't look like national,
High key.
doesn't it? Like theaters, stuff like that. So basically, I showed that, like I made it and I was like, yeah, here's my vision board. And she was like, Samantha, where are their relationships? And I was like, wow. I didn't put relationships on there. Because I did the same freaking thing last week. So last week I like sketched my life and I completely left out relationships. And the thing is, I don't think I'm a bad friend. But I'm very...
You're very goal set, like you...
Goal-oriented, yeah.
Goal-oriented, and so... But relationships for you aren't a goal that you need to complete.
Yeah. That's the thing. I feel like I already
They
have
kind of
them.
happen for you. I
Yeah,
feel like you
and-
see them as that. You're not like, oh, I want this best friend that we can do these things together. Like, that's not like a goal you have.
It's kind of like just like wandering in my life.
Right. And
So
like, it's not that you don't like them being there. It's just
Yeah.
that it's not something that like is a goal that you
But
set.
it's aggravating because I was like, I feel like I take my relationships for granted. So like that's what I'm gonna work on. That was like the thing I was talking about today.
I just don't know. I mean, maybe in a way.
I don't feel like I'm doing it in a malicious way. Like I'm not like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna use Mary. Like I don't feel like I do
No,
that.
I know. Yeah.
But I just don't think about it. I need to be more grateful for what I have in my life. But it's just like, because I'm saying like I take it for granted. Like those are things I like to do and like things I want to do. And I'm like, oh, I already have like relationships like down pat. So I'm like,
Yeah,
I
like
don't.
nothing to even worry about. One thing to like rule out completely, but really it's like the most important
Yeah,
thing. Like you can't
exactly.
do any of that stuff mentally without other
Exactly,
people around
yeah.
you. Like, I mean, you can, but it's gonna be boring as heck. Like,
Freaking bro. That's what I was saying.
yeah, like I feel like you're much more goal oriented. I feel like I'm the opposite.
No, it was good because like when we first became roommates, we were like polar opposites.
Yeah.
And like when we both came into our life, we kind of like, I'm still more goal oriented, you're still more relationship oriented, but like we like,
It's sort of more of a mix now, a little bit.
yeah.
Improved in areas that like we learn from each other, which I think is the best kind of friendship that you can have, is when you are inspired and motivated by the other person.
Your mom always says is like all your friends look like you and stuff like that, which is like actually true. I mean, we're both pasty white brunettes. If I was friends with another Samantha, personality wise, I would kill them.
Yeah.
You'd be dead.
If it was two of me, we kind of would just sit there and be like, what's up? Like, we probably wouldn't get anything done.
Hey, you want to go to Sonic? It's whatever you want, dog. I mean, what do you want, dog?
I like friends like you because I feel like they push me to do things that I would never do.
And I like friends like you because you show me the freak out when I'm about to die. And
Balance!
Okay, but you have something exciting.
Evan, he's the dude that's a goofy mess in some of her videos. We are about to be at 2 years tomorrow. And so that's kind of
What time? Do you have a time?
It was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay, cash.
Yeah, cash. Obviously, I've learned more about him, but I've learned more about myself than I ever knew I could. No.
Can't relate. I can't relate at all. No.
But you can.
Can I?
I don't know. I think relationships is another whole area of your life that you just always wanted to turn off and, like, just didn't, like, in romantic relationships in particular. Like, you just wanted to turn off and you didn't want to think about them because they would get in the way of your goals. I don't want to speak for you, but I feel like you learned that, like, relationships don't have to be a burden.
No, yeah. Because the thing was, like, yeah, I most likely viewed, like, romantic relationships as, like, a burden and, like, an obstacle
and that's
to my goals.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And if
how
you do it wrong, it totally is.
Yeah, and I think that's probably what you saw a lot.
Yeah.
And so that's why, you know.
Yeah, but you kept telling me, it'll just click, and I was like, ah.
We always used to say, like, we're growing together, like, blah, 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 and I feel like that's the epitome of what our relationship is. And I think a lot of times when you get into a relationship where you're young like us, like, you have to be able to grow with each other. Like, you can't just stay where you are.
Yeah, okay, so I don't know. Okay, so we watched a sermon on, this is like a very, like, renowned sermon. It's like a modern sermon, too. I don't even know, I can't remember the dude's name, but I'm sure if you looked it up, it's called, like, Singleness, Dating, and Marriage. Basically, he was saying, like, if... I just disagree with this guy so much.
Yeah.
So he's talking about, like, singleness and how singleness is a gift. I'm like, totally. Like, I've been single for so long now, and, like, I've learned so much about myself. And I think I've kind of, like, I totally haven't, like, maxed out on myself, but, like, I feel like I'm at a good place, like, where I am. And so that was just basically talking about singleness, like, how it's a good time to do things, like...
It's like to develop your relationship with God single, just you by yourself.
Like, and plus, like, it's like if you're called to missions or something, like, you can just go, but, like, when you have, another person with you, it's like... Well, now I have a whole nother person. It's just like, can I go now? So it's just talking about singleness and, like, how it's, like, a blessing and how you can, like, it gives you so much flexibility, pretty much, and, like, spontaneity.
Yeah.
And then it moved on to dating and how dating is, like...
But I will say, like, why is singleness, why do you have to be spontaneous? Like, why is it when you get into a relationship you're not spontaneous anymore? Why can't you both be spontaneous together?
Yeah. I mean, I think you can. I don't know, this guy, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, anyway, continue.
I really like the singleness portion. I thought that was really, really good. But dating...
No, he had a lot of good points in that. But that was, like, the entire sermon, basically.
Yeah. Dating, I didn't feel as good about. But it was pretty much saying, like, okay, so start dating... Basically start dating when you are fully developed with yourself, which I think you should. I think you should be 2 wholes instead of, like, 2 halves.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm saying, like, you can't be, like...
But you can't fully ever... I feel like you're never fully a whole.
No.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And that's why if you wait around until you're a whole, you're never gonna get in a relationship.
No, yeah.
Because there's always something you can work on.
Yeah, and it was basically... the portion on dating was so brief that it was just kind of, like... I mean, what else did he say?
But I mean, like, the Bible doesn't really say much about dating in the first place.
It's more like singleness and marriage.
Yeah.
I mean, dating is definitely a part of it, but there's, like, not a lot of, like, guidelines on dating.
We kind of talked about this in small group when we had this sermon, and that I feel like dating, like, our kind of dating is such a new concept. Like,
oh, yeah.
In the, like, times of the Bible, like...
Yeah, it was...
You... knew who each other were, and then you got married. Like, it wasn't like you didn't like have
really
this build
much
up.
of a choice either.
Being in the relationship I wish there was more guidelines. You can take some of the scripture and kind of apply it, but you'll never fully be able to apply it in the way that, like, you can with marriage or with singleness.
And I feel like what the guy was trying to get at was, like, a lot of people try to, I agree with him on this, a lot of people try to fill the voids within themselves with other people.
Definitely.
And it ends up like, what if something happens to that person? Then you're freaking messed up because you never developed yourself. Then...
Yeah.
Moved on to marriage, and he was like, pretty much, this is how Paul puts it, if you have a burning passion, then freaking get married.
And I'm like,
okay.
Everybody would be getting married at, like, 12. there's a point there, but it's like you have to kind of.
It's like freaking Leviticus, dude. Don't get me started on Leviticus.
Shout out to Lily Mae.
Shout out to Leviticus, dude.
Okay, true.
I see what you was doing there, Moses, from Leviticus like that, dude.
I didn't fully understand the singleness one as much as maybe you did. Mm-hmm. And I think I am a whole, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
But I think I never really got to be single in a relationship with God. I think Evan brought me to be stronger in my faith, so that's why I never really was able to. And I think that in itself is like, I don't know. I feel like the fact that he kind of influenced me in that way, like.
I just think a lot of people aren't like that, and that's what he was talking about.
Yeah. Yet what we suffer now is nothing compared to the glory he will reveal to us later.
Ooh, I like that.
Romans 8:18.
Romans 8. Inspirational. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Just cover myself.